You know the economy is getting bad when Hooters is closing several restaurant locations. Today, I read an article on Yahoo Finance put out by CNN and written by Jordan Valinsky titled, "Hooters closes several underperforming restaurants." According to the author, Hooters is the latest chain to close dozens of locations across the United States, blaming tough economic challenges, including rising food and labor costs. Apparently, Hooters will close several dozen locations in states including Florida, Rhode Island, Texas, and Virginia. Here are my thoughts. I found it interesting that the author said Hooters is the latest chain to close dozens of locations. This apparently is a sign of the times here in America. Some restaurants are being crushed by the slowdown that is happening in our country. Many everyday Americans no longer have the same level of discretionary income to dine out. This is why some fast food operators and some retailers have been focusing on value products to lure customers back. The author of this article listed other restaurants that have closed locations recently, which include Applebee's, TGI Fridays, Boston Market, California Pizza Kitchen, and Red Lobster. My heart goes out to the employees at the Hooters locations that may be losing their jobs, and all of the other people who work at the other restaurants that the author listed. I hope these people will be able to secure new employment in short order. As many of you know, there are a lot of Americans who do not have an emergency fund. Some live paycheck to paycheck, and they don't have extra cash left over to build up an emergency fund. What is troubling to me is we are hearing about restaurants and retailers that are struggling during a time when our economy is supposedly booming, according to the mainstream media and some politicians. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. One commenter said, "You can't blame anything other than very pricey food with Mickey D's quality." Another commenter said, "No one goes to that place for the food." The last comment that I'll share with you came from someone who said, "OnlyFans hurt them. The younger generation would rather have food delivered to them than go out and interact with girls." What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on foxbusiness.com, written by Kristen Altus, titled, "Outspoken California McDonald's franchisee becomes latest victim of gut-wrenching closures." The author of this article referenced a McDonald's franchisee southwest of San Francisco who has operated the location for more than 30 years, which has now closed. The franchisee said, and I'll quote, "The economic headwinds are not just impacting fast food franchisees, large and small. Most restaurateurs are facing unprecedented challenges. Fine dining, casual dining, independent, or a brand franchisee like me, this critical California sector is struggling." Well, there you go, my friends. It's not just Hooters that is closing locations. It's pretty bad when a McDonald's location shuts down. It's not uncommon to see other fast food restaurants shut down. Sometimes their old locations are converted to some other type of restaurant. Others are torn down. I remember a time when owning a McDonald's franchise was like a license to print money. For people fortunate enough to buy one, it was often their ticket to riches. Some were able to leverage one location to buy multiple locations. Times are changing here in America. Life is so different than it was when I was growing up. What do you think about all this? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. I read another interesting article today. This one was on Yahoo Finance, put out by Fortune, and written by Alicia Adamczyk, titled, "Gen Xers are on the cusp of retirement, but most have only saved 10% of what they'll need." According to the author, Generation X is entering the home stretch toward retirement, with roughly 5 to 15 years left until age 65. But a growing body of research shows it could be an uphill battle for many of them to retire comfortably. The author referenced a new survey from Prudential of Americans 55 and older, which found the pre-retiree group around the age of 55 has a median savings of $47,950, which is only 10% of the $445,565 Prudential recommends having by that age. The firm's rule of thumb is having 8 times your annual salary stashed away by 55. Here are my thoughts. This is just a survey, so the results may not be generalizable to the entire population in America. Let's hope it's not, because only having $47,950 saved when you are around the age of 55 is not enough, in my opinion. Let's be optimistic and say we don't enter a recession or see a correction or crash in the stock market, and that amount of money doubles by the time a 55-year-old is able to retire. That would be $95,900. When applying the 4% rule, that is only going to generate $3,836 per year in income, or $319.66 per month. That might cover the fuel for your car for a month, but you'll have to figure out how to pay all of your other bills with a small amount of money provided by Social Security. In my opinion, this is going to be tough for a lot of people, especially renters. Some renters are at the mercy of their landlords, who could raise the rent to a level that is no longer affordable. Then what? Are we going to see more tent cities? Are we going to see a lot of unrelated people all living in one home like the Golden Girls? I have to wonder what the future holds for people who have little to no money saved for retirement. I read some of the comments beneath this article. I'll share some of them with you. One commenter said, "Pay off your house. Do that, and you can live off Social Security alone. It would suck, but you can. Throw in retirement accounts, and you should be pretty comfortable. Getting rid of a mortgage or rent puts you way ahead of the game." The next commenter wrote a lot, so I'm only going to share part of it with you. This person said, "Some live for today without a care for tomorrow and what it brings. These guys end up destitute and complaining that society isn't fair and expect the government, i.e. taxpayers, to help them with retirement." Others are misers who only know how to scrimp and save and sacrifice their youth and health for a comfortable retirement that they ultimately cannot enjoy due to age and failing health. The successful ones prioritize by need. Starting in life with nothing, you need to save, live beneath your means, delay gratification, save and invest as much as you can to allow time to let the miracle of compound interest enable you to accumulate wealth. As your wealth grows, you don't need to live as Spartan, and you can allow for some lifestyle improvement. When you finally reach financial independence, you no longer need to save, but simply allow your wealth to grow on its own. Now you can enjoy life in the moment. I thought that commenter did a great job articulating his thoughts. I personally think we may have a humanitarian crisis brewing here in America. It may be tragic to see what happens to some Americans when they reach retirement age and can no longer work for a variety of reasons. But what do I know? I'm just some guy on YouTube. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. If you would like to become a channel member, there is a link in the description beneath this video. You can read more about the different membership levels. Please also check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.